Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review on Real Housewives. I don't even want to really call it a review. I just really want to call it a talk. Girl, welcome back to a Real Housewives talk. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing more talking later on today over on Scotty by Nature's channel. So y'all definitely come on over and join me, Scotty, and Mims over there. We're gonna talk more about Real Housewives. But listen, this episode was another for me. Okay, I ain't even really take no detailed notes. Y'all know how I typically do with my review. I took down some stuff, so we gonna talk about that, and y'all get from it whatever the hell it is that y'all will. And because I don't have a lot of notes, I can't really recall a whole lot that happened in the episode. But anywho, let's get into it. Marlo, first of all, before we even get into Marlo, they opened up the show with, like, I guess, like the breakdown from the series of the breakdown of the relationship between Marlo and Miss Kandi Burruss, right? And in the opening part, they kind of showed a old intro that did not include Nene leaks, and a lot of people were in an uproar about that. I actually thought that it was something that Nene did not want herself, because there was a tweet that resurfaced that she put out in 2020 that she was tired of people using her image, i.e., Bravo, and she wanted the best discrimination attorney. So I don't know, maybe Nene got a settlement, or I don't know if that settlement included anything that was financial, a monetary gain for her, or if it was just a agreement of, hey, don't use my stuff. IDK, I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, I felt like, yeah, it does kind of suck that she was removed, because it does kind of seem like sometimes they be trying to erase her legacy. But at the same time, if she didn't want them to use it, then they're not going to use it. It's really giving, like, okay, if that's what you want, then cool. I don't know why people ask for people to do stuff, and then when they do it, you ask for people to do stuff out of spite. Then when they do it, like, okay, I don't give a fuck. That's fine. We ain't got to use you. Then you get mad. But I didn't see that Nene got mad. I saw a lot of the fans that were in an uproar about it. And Nene just let the fans know, like, hey, I see what y'all saying and I appreciate it or whatever. So, girl, all in all, they ain't got Nene in nothing. We ain't gonna see Nene in. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate situation. I hate it. Wish they could get on better terms, but it's never going to happen. Okay, let's move on. All right. So they show us the breakdown between Marlo and Kandi's friendship, and how they were like cool at one point, and then they had some slick shit to say about each other at some point. Kandi was speaking highly of Marlo at one point, and then next thing you know, she was dragging her. Like, girl, it is what it is. Those are the nuances of all of these ladies on this show. Kandi has said nice things about Sheree, and then next thing you know, she's talking about Sheree, and vice versa. Like, that is just the history. So y'all giving us this play-by-play flashback. I don't know what it was supposed to give, but okay. It just gave the dynamic of the group in general. But Marlo links up with her team. Her linking up with her team, I understand that's her team and they're going to support her all the way. But I also feel like it's okay for your team to call a thing a fucking thing and let her know, like, girl, you doing too fucking much with this. Like, I love you, girl, and I'm always have your back, because that's how I'm gonna talk to my friends, like, or my business partners or whatever. Like, don't have me on your team if you think that I'm just supposed to be a person that co-signs everything you say, because that's not how I'm set up. I'm not built that way. That's not how I was created. I was created to call a thing a thing. So I love you and I got your back and stuff like that. But I do feel like you are kind of driving this Kandi situation into the ground. Like, you do know that she has nothing to do with it. But it seems like when she was talking to her team the whole time, everybody just pretty much validated Marlo on whatever her issue was with Miss Kandi. And I was just like, girl, I'm over it. I'm tired. All we heard this episode was about, and actually the only thing we've been hearing the past three episodes, in my opinion, is my dead nephew, the shooting that happened at Kandi's restaurant, and people's faces getting slashed. BITCH, I am motherfucking tired of hearing about all three. I don't give a fuck about a shooting that happened last year when it was already blasted all over the damn news. It is what it is. It happened. Okay. Let's move the fuck on, girl. Okay. Unfortunately, your nephew died, not by the hands of Kandi or anybody that worked with her. I don't know why you're expecting this lady to show you more grace and gratitude. I'm wondering if shit, Bravo even sent anything to damn Nene when Greg passed away. She didn't work for them. It's no shade. Yeah, you had a lot of history with us, but we're not obligated. And even if they did send something to Nene, girl, they have a history and a rapport with that woman. Kandi did not have that with your nephew. So she was not required nor obligated to do a fucking thing. Now, granted, if you use the angle of y'all being friends and her just being there for you as a friend, that would make more sense. But you're trying to connect what happened to your nephew to Candi's shooting at her restaurant, and it's just not connecting for me. And you're actually making yourself look a fucking fool. And the only dummies out there supporting you are the people that don't like Kandi. Period. And it's fine. You don't have to like that lady to know that Marlo's not making no damn sense. Like, is she just not? Okay. So that's just whack. That's just whack. Marlo spent a lot of time, talking about Kandi with these folks. And girl, it really ain't changing over here. Like, let's find something else to talk about. We've been talking about the same shit past 3 episodes. Like, what else y'all got going on in y'all lives? Like, Marlo, I'm tired of seeing you sit down talking to your nephews, acting like y'all having therapy and shit. Girl, go away from me with this, okay? Go away from me with this, because you ain't gonna do shit but put their ass out before school start by the end of the year. So get the fuck out of here. I don't trust you. What else you got going on? I'm looking forward to seeing you date this new man, though. I am definitely looking forward to that, because we ain't gonna be hearing you talk about Kandi no more and reaching for the damn stars, okay, knowing you too damn far away to grab one. So yes, I'm looking forward to you dating. What else you got going on? What happened to that house that you was building? Okay, what happened to that? Did that flop? Let the people know. So let's move on. Sonya and her motherfucking sister. Sonya, I don't care what anybody says, and you guys are welcome and you're free to leave your comments and your personal opinions, because understand this one is mine. Okay. And before I go any further, let me say this, because y'all like to come to people's pages and their YouTube channels and stuff. And I just want y'all to really grasp the concept that I am never going to ever always be on the same page with you at every single moment. If I have, congratulations, we see each other. But chances are I'm never going to always see how you see it. Okay. So that's just what it's giving. Like, people really be mad when your thoughts don't align with theirs. It's like, girl, go find your people. Okay, because this video here ain't the one for you. Then if you're a Marlo stan, you shouldn't be coming to my video regularly thinking that I'm gonna have her back, because chances are I'm gonna upset you every time. So go and find your people that's going to talk about what you want to hear. Matter of fact, go find the YouTubers that are up and coming, that are seeking the subscriber count. That's what I did when the Real Housewives of Potomac thing was going on between Candiace and Monique. I went and just looked at some other YouTubers. Shout out to Brandy Chanel. Shout out to Contrary Canary. When I went and checked them out, I was like, okay, girls, so we see each other, honey, because I know I'm not crazy. Okay. So, no, ma'am. Okay. If the bigger people ain't talking about what you want to hear, go somewhere else. But anywho, I'm gonna say this. Sonya's boring. I said what I said. The lady is BORING. Girl, she boring. But boring is what it's giving for real. And for her to sit up there and call somebody a lap dog, girl, you the biggest fucking lap dog, the way you let your family jump on your lap all the fucking time because you try to carry their ass from state to state. Hello? Are you there? Meanwhile, your husband trying to skip the fucking state. Okay? Hello? Are you okay over there? Are you okay over there, Miss Sonya? What's going on? Girl, you be having so much of a ick, I guess you could say, for Miss Drew. Like her whole existence bothers you. And I just don't understand why, when y'all most of the time be on the same shit. For real. So why you so bothered? If you bothered by Drew, you should be bothered by your damn self. Hello? But I will give you this, okay? You talking about how you want your sister out the house. The sister sitting over there talking about, oh, girl, we leaving, girl. We not going to be here. Girl, now I'm going to leave, period. I'm leaving anyway. So Sonya's like, well, BITCH, if you leaving, then what the hell am I fighting for? Because she coming to her, Sonya's sister coming to her talking about the fact that it's appalling that you won't even fight for us. The fact that you want is so appalling. Sonya's like, well, girl, if you leaving, then what the hell am I fighting for? And I had to agree with you on that. I had to agree. Like, girl, you leaving anyway. But what is given for real, Miss Sonya's sister, girl, you need a pot to piss in. Because your husband not upholding his end of the deal. He's not being the man that you need him to be. This man was an assistant and decided that he was going to quit his assistant job without having a backup. Hello? What is the backup? The backup can't be just being best friends with Ross. What is the backup? Okay? What's the backup? Because y'all can't just be falling back relying on Sonya. It ain't her fault that she been sitting over here giving y'all, letting y'all freeload, because that's what it's giving, allowing y'all to freeload, and her putting y'all in her lap. Hello, lap dog. Letting her put her puppies in her damn lap, and she carrying them from state to state. And y'all then try and pick up something and hold on to it for yourself, so that when it's time for you to get the fuck on, you got all your ducks in a row. You feel what I'm saying? You and your husband, like, y'all should have y'all shit together. Now, granted, I feel like parents are a little different, you know. Her mama don't really want to be there. The daddy is the one that want to stay. Mama goes back and forth about leaving and staying or whatever, but I feel like parents are different, right? But when it comes to this big able-bodied ass sister and this husband that she got and these two kids, bitch, you should want to have your own home. Excuse me? So, girl, I was like, girl, no, ma'am. Like, Sonya, and just because I'm reading this situation with your sister because this is what y'all provided to me, don't ever think that you're entertaining. Okay. It doesn't mean that you entertaining, girl. It's still giving the big B for sure. It's still giving the big B. It's giving big B, girl. But I will read that situation accordingly. Kenya Moore opening up her hair salon. When they did the actual picture, the example, the prototype, whatever it was that they did to show you the example of what it's going to look like, that SHI is going to be so beautiful. That is going to be nice. I was like, Kenya, that's nice, girl. But let me tell you something, Ken. I'm mad that you just now doing this. I wish you would have did it a few years ago. Granted, you could do it anytime, and congratulations that you're doing it now. You know, and you know what? Now that I think about it, I was gonna say that I'm not happy that you decided to do it now. I wish you would have did it a long time ago. But as I'm thinking about Mark, this may have been the better time, because if you would have built this while you was with him, that man would have felt like he owned a piece of it, and you can't move forward with construction or do this or that without him being involved. So you know what? Shame on me. You're doing a good job. Okay, that thing is going to be really nice, and I really want to see it come into fruition. So can you please continue to keep us updated on this? Don't do us like Marlo, taking us to a damn construction site and then don't show up to the construction site no damn more. Okay, just forget all about whatever piece of storyline you had, and you over here trying to focus on somebody else because they the highest paid housewife out of all of y'all, and you want a piece of her damn coins. Like, no, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? So just continue to keep us updated on that. But Kenya brings her friend Akila, who's I think is her name, Akila, onto the show. I feel like I want to see more of Akila. I want to get to know Akila. Is Akila gonna be going on any cash trips in the future? Because Kenya, when you went to Birmingham, Akila should have came. I want to know more about Akila. Now, I don't know. She does give a little bit classy base. She gives a bit of manetta, so she may not really get with you girls. Get with you. You know what I'm saying? But I still would not mind seeing me a bit of Akila. So if we could bring her into the fold just a little bit, I would like to see what's going on. Kenya talks about Roy. I don't even think they're really like with each other like that. I guess she doesn't see him as much as she would like to see him. So that may be an issue there. Okay. But Kenya, don't be getting hung up on these men. You already got a whole lot going on your end. Don't be getting hung up, girl. They'll see you when they see you. You be too busy for them. All right. She also tells Akila about Marlo and how trash she is or whatever. And Akila was just like, girl, I'm gonna need you to slow down, girl. I'm taking in too much. I don't even know. See, I'm cool with being in this circle, but you making me want to moonwalk to the back because I don't want to be around no BIT that's over here slicing people and stuff. Like, girl, you not scared? Because I'm scared just hearing about it. You're not scared being around this lady like this, who's unpredictable? Girl, girl, slow down, okay? Now, later on, we see where Kenya ends up calling Kandi, and she pretty much briefs Kandi up on the conversation or the argument or the disagreement that Drew and Marlo had. And how Marlo was so upset that Drew would not say shooting versus saying just the word incident or whatever the case was, right? Drew, you lying saying y'all don't say shooting. You was on some bullshit, in all honesty, to protect whatever connection you and Kandi got going on. If it was a shooting, bitch, it was a shooting. Girl, they say shooting all over the damn news. The situation was all over the damn news. So it really shouldn't be that big deal. It's just a matter of Kandi either not talking about it or addressing it to a point where you hosts cannot talk about it. Like, And I understand we always say that Kandi talked about it in the confessional. Confessional is one thing. Talking about it amongst the ladies is something completely separate, right? And I feel like Kandi could have also been like, yeah, there was a situation that happened, you know what I'm saying, at my facility or whatever that involved, gun violence or whatever, which, Kandi, which old lady gang does not, condone any type of violence in that capacity. And it actually resulted in, my nephew being injured. And I'm sure y'all saw that on the news, but now that it's being a legal situation, I can't go into more detail about it, but I appreciate y'all concern. Like, it really could, I just feel like Kandi was not properly ready to answer like she does in interviews or whatever, like answer and dismiss. I feel like there was a better way she could have answered and dismissed, but I also could tell that it was a conversation that they had, that they really wasn't gonna bring it up. But them producers was definitely forcing the conversation to happen. But anywho, Kenya updates Kandi on all of the stuff that was said, and Kandi got hot. And I was like, "Ooh, Kenya, girl, I don't know if you should have called Kandi and told her that, girl. I don't know if you should have let her know that." But at the same time, I was kind of glad, because I was like, Kandi finna go on that bitch hot. She finna be mad. She finna have some conversations with Miss Marlo. They're gonna have to get into some things, Now, soon as they get to Beat the Bomb, and Courtney is hosting this event. Courtney, you're not even like, girl, it's giving you're on the outside of the circle, you could barely get in. Why is you hosting events, dear? Why is you, like, we saw Monyetta last season and this season? I would have liked it better if it was Monyetta hosting the damn thing. Why, like, Courtney, how's you hosting stuff? But anywho, girl, get your host on, honey. And it's just funny because it's like, girl, these ladies trying to stay on a positive note, and you took it upon yourself to do an activity together like you finna continue to bridge the gap. Girl, anyway, so soon as Kandi get there, you could tell she was hot. She walked in with an attitude. She walked in like, I don't even want to film with this hoe. And if I'm a film with her, I got to get some stuff off my chest before I move forward. And that's what she said. She said, Marlo, I got to ask you something. What is this SHI I'm hearing about your cousin, and you trying to link some shit to me? Here go Marlo. Can we go and talk in the corner of me, you and Drew? Can we go talk in the corner of me, you and Drew? Oh, it's okay for you to say some slick shit when you're around all of the ladies. It's okay for you to talk about Kandi regardless of who the fuck you in front of. But then when Kandi wants to front you on something, you want to be pulled to the side so that you can have a conversation with her and Drew. Okay, go have your conversation, girl. So Marlo was over there when Kandi was trying to talk to her. Marlo was trying to explain some stuff, but she wasn't being clear and direct. She was using different words, and just like, I don't know what direction Marlo was going in, but she wasn't getting straight to the point. Like, bitch, what's your issue? Then she says in the confessional, what she said? She said something like, my issue isn't, with you not acknowledging my nephew. It's my issue with you is you never acknowledging anything, or something like that. And I'm like, well, then let it be about that. Let it be about that. Don't try and tie your nephew into some shit and then make it about the shooting, because that's what you were doing. But now you're getting in the confessional, and after the fact, after shit has been filmed, and then now you're trying to change it and say, my issue with you is that you don't acknowledge anything. No, Marlo, your issue with your fucking self is not receiving acknowledgement, period. And those are personal issues that you have to work through. Okay? That's why you be so up in arms about Kenya and Kandi, because they don't acknowledge you like that. When Nene wasn't acknowledging your ass, you was feeling away. Okay? You have an issue with acknowledgement as a whole. And it's just given misplaced. Like, you just got a lot of misplaced issues or whatever. But I need her to go and work on that. So Kandi started going off and started letting her have it, letting her know she full of shit or whatever like that. She said, I told you your cousin didn't work for me. Any other person he met at my job, he didn't work for me. Did y'all hear how Marlo tried to change it and say, well, the guy that he met at OLG, I didn't say that he worked for you. Well, bitch, you implied it. So which one was it? Was he working there? He was. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am? Like, Marlo was just full of SHI. full of it, like, just full of shit. What else did she say? She was just, Kandi just went off on her. Okay, Marlo was talking a lot of stuff. She started lying. Yeah, they just started going off. Then Drew was like, you too aggressive. They both was doing too much. Okay, we'll be fair here. All right, Kandi came in that bitch aggressive, ready to get into some things, and Marlo was aggressive right back. So I mean, like, they both was on the same fucking page with that. Marlo, and but I will say this, Marlo was much more antagonizing much more antagonizing. Because Marlo saying she had her hands on her hips. When I dip, you dip, we dip. But bitch, you didn't always have your hands on your hip when you was having this conversation with Kandi. And when Kandi was getting ready to walk off, you started to be even more antagonizing. Because you knew that you was full of shit. And you knew she was backing you in a corner with the things that she was saying. And you didn't have a leg to stand on. Then you over there telling Drew to just go away. No, I'm gonna stand right here. Come on, Nikki. I'm standing right here. I'm standing right here. Okay, I'm staying right here. I'm not going nowhere because you should have never asked me to come over here to have this conversation with your whack ass and Kandi. You could have did that on your own. You didn't need me, but since I came, yeah, let me come so I can clarify any bullshit that you try to lie about. Let me come and do that. But like I told y'all, girl, I'm so tired of hearing about sliced faces, because Kandi went outside, she started going off. Her girls went and checked on her. I believe it was Monyetta, Kenya, and Drew. Meanwhile, you got Courtney on the inside, you got Sheree on the inside, you got Sonya on the inside, all of them in there checking on Marlo, making sure Marlo good. Then they go outside. Then Sonya get ready to go outside. It's like, bitch, you spent about 15 minutes in there checking on Marlo, making sure she was good and all of that. Then you want to walk outside and check on Kandi. You wasn't checking on Kandi. You walked outside to be nosy to see what else Kandi was saying. But let me tell you, baby, the way Kandi grabbed her and got ready to get in her car, and I think Courtney came out there too. I was so happy. I said, Kandi, don't talk to them hoes. Get in your car and go. Get in your car and go. And what I also loved, I loved how Kenya, Monyetta, and Drew packed it the fuck up and got the hell on. I said, let's go. Okay, lead them hoes there. Y'all can go over there and do y'all bonding. Y'all go over there and do that. But I'm not trying to hear nothing else, no more about no slice faces, no shootings, my nephew this, my nephew that. Girl, we hear enough about the nephews that you do have that you don't want. So that's all that I have. That's all that I have. I just wanted to come to y'all with a little something, honey. If you've yet to like the video, go ahead and do so. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.